You know that feeling, right? That little pause you take before you really let someone new in. That sense that being open, well, it just feels like a much bigger risk than it used to. That's exactly what we're going to unpack today. This whole idea of temporary bonds and why so many of us have our hearts on lockdown.
Okay, so let's just get right to it. What's the deal? Why does something as basic as trusting another person feel, I don't know, so incredibly risky these days? I think a lot of us feel this way, but it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly why.
Well, the answer, when you boil it down, is actually super simple. It's because we've seen too much. And listen, this isn't about being cynical or negative, it's about being experienced. Think about it. Our minds are like these giant filing cabinets of every interaction we've ever had. And lately, it feels like most of the new files are being stamped with cautionary tale.
So what does seeing too much actually look like? Well, it's things like this. It's getting really, really good at spotting red flags. Sometimes way too late, you know? It's having friendships that you thought were rock solid just end. Poof. And maybe the worst one, it's dealing with that sneaky kind of manipulation that's disguised as kindness. That stuff messes with your head and makes it almost impossible to know who to trust.
And this right here is really the heart of the issue. It feels like the whole rulebook for relationships has changed. The default setting isn't built to last anymore. Now it's more like temporary, you know? Connections are so easy to make, but they feel like they can shatter just as easily.
And all of this feeds into this totally predictable and honestly exhausting cycle. First, people just vanish. Ghosted. No explanation. Then you realize in this world of a million different apps and connections, everyone feels replaceable. Like you can be swapped out in a second. And maybe the most frustrating part, when things do go wrong, getting a real, genuine apology, yeah, good luck. It's so rare. And this isn't just a one-time thing, right? It's a pattern we're all seeing. So when you're faced with that kind of pattern over and over again, what's the logical thing to do? Exactly. We protect ourselves. It's not like we wake up one day and decide, today I'm building walls. It's more of an instinct, a defense mechanism that we build up over time just to, stay sane.
And what does that protection look like in the real world? Well, we develop these little strategies, don't we? We start overthinking everything. Like, what do they really mean by that? We keep our guard way up, not sharing too much until we're absolutely sure. And sometimes, let's be real, we just expect the worst. It's like we're trying to brace ourselves for the hit, hoping it won't hurt as much if we see it coming.
Okay, but with all these walls up, all these defensive moves, does that just mean we've all become cold? That we've lost our ability to be warm and to really connect with people? It's so easy to think that about other people and even about ourselves, but I think that might be the wrong way to look at it.
It all comes down to what things look like versus what they really are. What looks like being cold, it's not cold, it's being bone-deep tired, emotionally drained. What seems guarded, that's not being closed off, that's being protective of a heart that's had its fair share of bumps and bruises. And that person who seems distant, it's not that they don't care, they're just being wary because, let's face it, the world out there can be pretty unpredictable.
And that leads us to this really powerful shift in thinking. The problem isn't that trust itself is broken. Trust, as an idea, is fine. It's strong. No, we're the fragile ones now. People are. It's like our emotional batteries are constantly in the red, and our ability to take one more hit, one more letdown, it just feels paper thin.
So if we peel back all those layers, the guard being up, the exhaustion, all of it, what's left? What's the one core fear that's driving all of this? What are we really so afraid of? And here's the answer. The real truth behind our guarded hearts. We don't actually fear connecting with people. In fact, deep down, it's what we all want. What we're terrified of is disappointment. That awful, sinking feeling of being let down again. It's the ghost of that past pain that makes us hit the brakes. So next time you feel yourself pulling back or you see someone else doing it, just remember, it's probably not a cold heart. It's just a tired one doing its best to protect itself.